Hello. We're doing our regular style Gungeon. It's kind of early today. I mean, it was 1:20, but I don't usually start doing videos playing Gungeon this early, so kind of doing it to wake myself up, keep myself from napping, because I am feeling mad sleepy weepso. I don't want to nap right now. My body does, but my body is not the boss of me. I'm the boss of it. And I tell it what to do, not the... Oh my god, other way around. Some of you guys might not understand that. So we've been doing exercising every morning, and it's been very, very beneficial. It also helps me kind of wake up, because every single day before we start exercising, I'm like, I could go back to sleep right now. And if we didn't have the exercise routine going, I think dude, give me some fucking money, Rooms. What the heck? I think there are many times I'd get up, especially with things being as abnormal as they are right now. I would have gotten up and then just been like, all right, well, I don't really have anything to do, let's go back to sleep. And I've been very close to doing that even with this, but it's kind of fortunate that I have like other people that are doing this, because I can't be like, I don't feel like it, we're not doing it. Horse Fred streaming, that's freaking weird. I haven't seen a horse in a while. Old German, he's playing Exit the Gungeon, it sounds like. Looks like, I guess. Steve must be otaku, who's also streaming. Man, maybe maybe I should be checking out these daytime stream times. I want to get this guy. This guy hangs out for fucking ever. Two of these guys hang out for fucking ever. Alright, so since there's two of them, I will take my time. The second wave. See, there's always a guy at these fucking tables. Didn't blow up the water. Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, this is where the money's starting to drip and drop from. Yeah, shoot the wall, that'll show him. Yuck. Wow. This seems like cleared me up and cleared me out. Zippity-doo-dah to you too, Dave. I remember someone telling me that like nicknames were childish in their mind. Like, if you call someone Dave instead of David, it's childish. That person was an insufferable turd of a human being. I learned slowly and longly. If people give you nicknames, or they don't say your full name, if there's a very obvious and frequently used nickname already associated with your name, dude, we might get the lockpick. How much is it? 35. Fuck. So we need 60 total. If so, we might get it. It sucked to pay for the potential to get items. We need 11 casings. I need one room with a good gun nut payout. I'd like to try it before we do the freaking thing. Dude, nobody's paying out anything. Wow. God damn it, dude. 10 cents. We'll only be able to get one if we do it after this fight, regardless of how the fight goes. Honestly, I think the Hunter might overall, of the characters that I play, the Hunter might overall have the best first boss fight weapon in the crossbow. Whoops, meant to kill these guys first. Just because there's not a single boss, I mean, like, so if you have the, if you have the Bullet King, or even the freaking, it can be better, the Bullet King or the Gatling Belt, it can be better if you're, what's her name? But just, it's pretty consistently better to be able to put distance between you and them. We did not get enough for the thing. We did get a key, though, which... that's something. Alright. That's not something. That's nothing, essentially. Come on, black chest. How many times is it gonna be this or like the disintegrator or something? Is it 100% of the time? I mean, we got a gun out of it. It's better than getting Jack Diddley crap squat, but barely. Oh, I bet there was another secret room in one of those off rooms. I didn't have any blanks, though, and I didn't feel like doing it. Is this more shadowy than usual? It's fine. I've been streaming at different times of day, and I think it's starting to have an effect on certain elements of visibility. The filters for my or the filters including my chroma key have been very, very fucky lately. And I am I'm tired of them. Tired of it being so specific. Like, the lighting is so specific, but I don't record at the same time of day every day. If I did, it'd be a lot easier to balance this whole thing. But, you know, like last night I was having a lot of issue with like kind of static equality on my green screen effect, my transparency, my chroma delete. God damn, the passive reload on that sucks. Anything that's passive has a passive reload that's much longer than the other weapon you're using, kind of a bummer. That was so terrible. I had so much time, and I made it worse. Like, I have to use 2.5 clips for that thing to passively reload. Oh, thank God for the key. God, what the fuck? What the fuck? Hey, I get 2 shots now. Oops, these guys are still alive. Is it weaker? No. 3 shots now. Dude, it might be worth it to use that on a floor like this. If hearts drop, just fucking leave them. Alright, there is a secret room in there, which is nice. I somehow fired twice? I don't believe that I did, but... Maybe that's just the point of this gun. Like, I've hated the Gilded Hydra for so long, and I still do, because it's like, it rewards bad play. But, maybe I've been stupid, and even though it still rewards bad play, I haven't been taking advantage of what is very obviously an easy way to use it to my advantage. More keys, please. No ghost. Alright, good. Wow, we actually got a lot of money from that, considering how unlikely it is to get money from that at all. Man, a little early. God damn it. Let's just go for the boss. We're still actually making some positive use of the Gilded Hydra. Whoa. Didn't see that guy there. Glad he had a little trigger shyness. Oh! The keys! Whoa. So one of the people I went to high school with has been starring in like Netflix and Hulu. So so the last 2 years of high school, I went to this place called the South Carolina Governor School for the Arts and Humanities. It is like a 2-year arts-focused high school where you still have a regular course load, but you also have classes in a specific art. I was there for writing at the time, which was something I'm still passionate about. I just haven't done it in a while. Something I'd like to get into, but I just... Ooh, that was close. You know, putting up blockades in my brain about it. Anyway, so there was music, dance. Dance could be up to 4 years, because they're dancers, so you gotta get them while they're young, I guess, so they can get the flexibility. But everybody else was there from just for junior and senior year. Anyway, there was dance, music, which included classical music and jazz, and there was visual arts, which included painting, sculpture, ceramics, graphic design, and printmaking, yeah. And there was also, what was the last thing? Oh yeah, drama, the reason I started talking about this. And one of the students that was in the drama department is this girl named Nicole Brown, who has started appearing in Netflix and Hulu shows. She was most recently in the show Little Fires Everywhere, which is a terrible, terrible adaptation of a great book by Celeste Ng, of the same name. It's weird. She plays kind of a minor character. Her name's Nicole Bahari. It was in high school Nicole Brown. It is weird that she changed her name, but I think a lot of people do that. But and it might not be just a stage name kind of thing, but it might be greater reason. So I didn't really look into it too much. Oh my god, that's amazing. But it's very, very weird to come into your living room and watch on TV somebody you went to high school with and you have memories of. Like, we weren't super close or anything like that. It's not like I'm watching and I'm like, oh man, I should call her up and see how she's doing. it was a very small school, so you were kind of friends with everyone, or you at least are acquaintances with everyone. But I wanted to talk more about that show because, so I am a proponent of people taking freedoms, taking liberties with, what do you call them, like adaptations, dude. Whew. With people, you know, putting their interpretation on a work. And I understand that, like, that's kind of a fundamental part of making movies or making TV is, you know, making it time appropriate and changing the focus of certain things. Like, one of the characters, two of the main characters in the book are not black, but in the show are. And I don't have a problem with that because I don't think it's like blackwashing or whatever you want to say. I think they actually were focused in on different aspects of what makes the difference between that character and other characters in the universe, in the world, I guess. It's not like it's not a sci-fi thing. You don't need to use a phrase in universe, but they made some other weird decisions. Like, for instance, the mother of this child, so it's Mia and Pearl, who are kind of the main family that you're focusing on, and then there's the oh man, I can't even remember the name of the other family, but it's like a rich family and a poor family where the mom is an artist, and her daughter kind of has always been on the move. She's kind of craving that normal life, but one of the daughters of the rich family is craving the more expressive life, and, you know, it's like you look for in others the thing you lack in yourself or in your family or your upbringing or whatever, that kind of thing. And the book, at least, is a really well-told story about what it means to be true to yourself and it's kind of about accepting reality. There's also a lot of stuff about, like, what it means to be a parent and whether it's more... Dude, I think I have to steal something before we go to the boss so I can have another charge. And I kind of want to just steal the gun. I guess we'll steal the rat thing. But, you know, there's a side story about race in the main story. It's not about black and white. It's about Asian and non-Asian, Asian and white, I guess. And it's the book is mostly like an exploration of, like, the differences of class. It's very, very weird to see a book change. The mother, Mia, in the TV show is, like, mean as fuck. She's really nice, and, like, a lot of the kids from the rich family kind of gravitate toward her because of her personality, her understanding, her different outlook. Everything is really professional and really what's the word? Like, prim and proper in the rich household. There's, like, certain expectations that people are supposed to have, and you live up to those expectations. You do everything right. It's about, like, you know, having a path of happiness in that life versus kind of going with the flow in the other life. And in the other family, I mean. And it's, like, it's really nice, the juxtaposition, but Mia was supposed to be a pleasant person. She also... I'm going to go ahead and spoil a book that... this is not a spoiler for the TV show. It's a spoiler for the book, because I'm about to bring up how They changed it. Mia is supposed to be a virgin in the book. She is artificially inseminated in the book, and that's how Pearl is conceived, but she never, ever has sex. And it's kind of like... It's kind of an important part for her character. Like, not that she's, like, sexless or whatever, but, like, it adds to the feeling of, like, purity in this character, and, like, her love for her child is, like, this very, very real and pure thing. It's not tied to another person. It's not tied to love. She made a huge decision that was really hard for her to keep this baby that she was, you know, she was, like, not raising, what's the word? I don't want to say, like, embryo-ing, but she was, like, you know, this family paid her to get pregnant and bring their baby to term. I don't know what the fucking term is for it. And once the baby grew in her, she made the hard decision and decided to keep the child. Which is, like, probably, you know, it's a crime. It's going against, like, a contract, which I think they signed and stuff. And she's kind of living her life on the run. She's moving from place to place. But in the movie, or in the TV show, Mia then becomes, like, very sexual after getting pregnant with Pearl, and, like, they just show her, like, having, like, random sex, I guess to spice up the thing. I don't really understand the choice for any of that. It feels like they needed to make it a little, like, sexier or more exciting or something, and it misses the tone entirely. And there's just a lot of decisions like that where it feels like you're getting us to focus on other stuff. And the ending, the conclusion, is a huge change from... God, every fucking time. From the book. So much so that it seems like they missed the fundamental part of the book. They wanted to make one of the characters more sympathetic. They wanted to make the rich mom feel like someone that, you know, you can't hate her at the end. She did something great, and kind of she sacrificed herself a little bit for her kids. And it feels like not only unnecessary, but, like, wrong for the story, like, beside the point. But, you know, it's one of those decisions that I feel like showrunners make because they're like, we don't want anybody to dislike Reese Witherspoon's character. We got to show that she's emotionally mature as well. Oops. But I don't know. I like when Jackie started watching it, I kind of, like, popped in and out. I didn't watch every episode, unsurprisingly. But when Jackie was watching it, a lot of the time I was like, you know, it's okay. You got to make some choices, some hard choices to tell a more contemporary story sometime. Oh, I got another fucking pimple growing and I can feel it. The race thing is, like, I can understand why they went with that, because it's another layer on the whole socioeconomic distinction between the characters. But Mia being, like, bitterly angry at all times, her being, like, a more sexualized character, and a lot of the other characters feel more, like, one-dimensional, except for the character that in the book was pretty, like, intentionally one-dimensional, like, supposed to be so focused on following a certain path. Like, you know, she feels a little remorse or whatever, but it's like she learns her lesson way too late in the book, like, way too late. I don't know. And, like, the one weird kid in the book is the weird daughter that is like the problem child or whatever. She's responsible for a major bit of damage that happens that affects everybody in the book pretty much, and kind of signals the end of normal life. And in the movie or the TV show, they just changed who did it, I think, to make it seem a little less predictable. I don't know. I honestly don't know if the movie, the TV show started the same way, because it starts with the closing action, kind of. It starts with the big moment, and then the book kind of wraps around back to it. I'm not sure that's the case, because I didn't watch all of the TV show. God damn, I've been so bad at dodges. But I honestly feel like after a certain point, I was not sympathetic to the writers for the changes they were making, because it just, I don't know. And, you know, Celeste Ng worked on it. I don't think she probably didn't have the final say in a lot of the stuff, because she's just a writer. I would have gotten hit right there. There was a bullet just about touching my face. Holy shit, it's Polaris. Let's go ahead and make this money before we lose the opportunity to. Be careful. Don't accidentally touch that damn dog. And then we'll use Polaris for a bit. With the chamber gun. Chamber gun's just, yeah. Probably too much damage for now. We also got a damage bonus. 10% damage bonus, so. Damn it, don't knock them off. I can't help it. Let's just get rid of that room. We'll be able to get ammo before the rat. Guaranteed for Polaris. Polaris is not going to be something that we rely on for the whole rat fight. We're not even, I mean, that's of course insane to expect that the Polaris will still be at level 3. I mean, it might not even get at level 3 at all. This is weird looking. I didn't have oatmeal, I had eggs. Maybe if you asked if I had eggs, or let me choose eggs as my answer, we wouldn't be in this tense predicament right now. Jesus Christ. So that's 7. Damn, dude. Backup gun with some of these with bouncy bullets is serious business. It'd be 8 curse. I don't like or want the Huntsman right now. But I also, you know how I feel about just throwing stuff away. Alright. We're going to have to throw away the Huntsman. Or we're going to at least drop it before the boss. We'll still have 7 curse if we use the finish gun, but... I don't know. I don't know what to do with this situation. Maybe we'll drop the finish gun before the boss too and just use it as a room clear. I don't know. The situation is beyond my ken. Damn. Well, that's a shit way to handle that. And things are looking rough for health. All of a sudden. I think kin means like wisdom, not knowledge. Not like book learning. Problem enemies we should just take out with the finished gun. It's weird. I feel like the finish gun... Okay, we're going to get rid of the finish gun on the Huntsman right now. I don't like how much curse I was getting, you know? And we have enough other good weapons that it's time to start dropping stuff. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh, I lose that. So... this for now... wonderful. Let's just talk to this guy real quick. I buy a heart. If I take another hit, I'll buy a heart. Right now, it's good for the gander. We don't necessarily need that yet, and we might steal for it. There was, in something totally unrelated to little fires everywhere, there was this, you know the subreddit, the right can't meme. Well, you probably don't know it if you're more right-leaning than I personally am, because it's a subreddit about bad arguments made through memes from the from conservatives and the Republican Party, etc., etc. Basically, you know, they use misinformation to make jokes. Memes they're just jokes, but and it's just pointing out how like sloppy and bad and uninformed and etc., etc. some of these things are. Which, whatever, we don't really need to get into it. But I think the thing that's hilarious about it. So there's this one post that's like. Is a guy getting stepped on by a boot, and the boot has written on it in very obvious text. It says, you know, U.S. coronavirus lockdown or whatever, and it says, like, thank you so much. The guy's face is being smashed by the boot, and he's saying, thank you so much, government, for this quarantine keeping me safe from a flu, it says. And costing and completely destroying my business, my income, my family, my marriage, my health, and like something else. They're basically saying that the government's response to the coronavirus is responsible for literally everything in their life falling apart. Everything in their life is now in shambles because of the quarantine. These are groups of people who, you know, they have a problem with the government until it's Trump, 2020 Trump dynasty, Trump family forever. They're the same people who will post things about like, you know, we should have the next president, or after the next president Trump term, it should then be Ivanka, and then it should be after 2 terms of that, it should be Trump Jr., and after that it should be, etc., etc. It should just be a dynasty. but any mention of the government imposing on their liberties, like, it's, in the United States at least, it's impossible to talk about COVID-19 without getting into politics, because I think as a nation we've shown that we don't know how to handle this. There's no, like, there's no way for us to deal with things like this without becoming like a partisan issue. Like, even the shit that's the most helpful for people is being, they're backfilling all these ways to help corporations into it, and it's like corporations that don't pay taxes, corporations that, we already got a gun, so we might as well do this, are getting these crazy bailouts that are like, ridiculously over the top for oh god, that was my one blank. You know, for companies that then don't support the government in any way, they're getting money. Ah, fuck. They're getting, like, taxpayer money and then never paying taxes. Like, it's kind of, like, very obviously insane, right? That we can bail out these companies, and you don't see these same Republicans, these same conservatives complaining about that. You don't see them going like, it's a shame that my money is going towards Royal Caribbean cruise lines. What you do see is them saying like, I don't want to be at home. Dude, this sucks. I think the government is fundamentally bad for making me stay at home during all this. It's 3 curse. I don't know, man. It's just, it's very weird, and like I said, it's hard to not be to be unpartisan about it, because it's like, when did the party get to be so, like, hateful towards people? When did its, like, main operating principle be like, I get mine and everybody else can go to hell? When did that ever be, like, become the American way? I mean, honestly, probably at the inception of the country, but, like, not publicly, right? Like, there's, like, it's not been the case that people are, oh, I should have been killing those rats. I still should be killing these rats. That Americans are comfortable knowing that, like, they're willing to sacrifice anything to get theirs, you know? Okay. That's never been a part of the narrative, right? It's been like a secret part of the narrative, but it's never been an open, unsecret, obvious part of the narrative that, like, it's all about the, yikes, what you can get, regardless of what everybody else is suffering for you to get it. I mean, I know we've had wars over bananas and things like that. Wars over canals, wars over pretty much anything that we need to make money off of. But, like, we weren't out in the open saying, like, sacrifice lives, save the economy. Like, we weren't at that point before. And it's very strange that people are so comfortable, like, getting out and saying that now. Like, just because they have to stay home. It's just, it's really the main problem I have with it is that the only thing these people want is to be able to go spend money. Like, they're frustrated that they can't consume products. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Is very hard to talk about, and I really shouldn't. But, you know, there's not a ton going on, so I kind of have to just go with whatever right now. We're going to try to use the freaking thing until we get hit. We got 3 blanks, though. I want to see what this does. Nothing. It would have held him in place if I hadn't been hit there. Kind of thought about that afterwards, like, or after I'd started it off. Like, I gotta move to dodge. Oh, where? Poison immune. God damn, we're gonna get a lot. Right, with the backup gun, I should be going absolutely crazy with the thing. This is not a good run for my skill. Maybe I need to have more caffeine before I play this game or be more awake. It's a good run in terms of items dropped. In terms of me playing, oh well. Another example of that. That one's hard because I always feel like I can make it. Oh, that's great. Damn, what the fuck? What a bad dodge. I've been dodging like a stupid goddamn idiot. There's 2 hearts guaranteed. We should be able to... Okay, we already knocked another heart at this guy, so we should be fine on health after this fight. That looked like the napalm strike. Give me something to work with here. Damn. Come on, dude. There we go. It's not smart to go for that attack, but... There we go. And the third-party controller, which sucks. Just like most third-party controllers do. And a lot of first-party controllers, Sony, PlayStation. Yeah, no. No thanks. Yeah, we're out of here. Blue blue doo, blue blee, deebity doo. Maybe there aren't 2 in here. I should stop assuming that. Usually, if not always, a Lee. You end up getting something out of that, but we're gonna be backfilling this one. Surprise, surprise, Polaris run leads to us using Polaris more than we need to. More than we should. Dude, getting hit by that first attack. Pure. Wonderful. Genius. Oh. I don't know, this government lockdown is weird. It's extremely weird, and I know that it's like negatively impacting a lot of people because of fucking course it is. Look at the thing. Like, it's just... It's the strangest thing to happen to the world. But, like, one of the things I like to point out is the number of people who basically said that, you know, you should... If you're living paycheck to paycheck, then you're not handling adulthood right or whatever. I don't know exactly what they said. I don't listen to that kind of shit. But, like, this implication that, like, you should be ready for a disaster. And then as soon as there's a disaster, most people are like, the government is trying to destroy me by not letting me have the things that I want. Like, the number of people at those protests that were just holding signs like, I need a haircut, like, thinking that this whole thing is just like they just need to continue their normal life, as if this isn't a world-defining situation. This is like, this is the primary part of a lot of people's storylines up to this point. Like, this is not just some side event that you kind of get to write off after a little while. Like, normalcy is not upholdable right now. And that's really unfortunate because a lot of people straight up can't accept that. They need things to be the way that things were. Or else they feel their rights are being trampled. And, you know, I'm really trying to not feed into the anger or frustration about this. Dude, this guy is going to live fucking forever. There we go, finally. And when those guys are jammed, it is long time hard work. I'm gonna keep using this gun. Oh shit, we're at 3 curse. It's like 4.5, right? Angel Shrine 1.5, yeah. Ooh, our health looks bad. Sacrifice I'm willing to make. I'm going to sacrifice anybody's health for my own benefits. I don't know, like the naked selfishness is just, it's so strange to see people like unabashedly say like, fuck everyone else, my life is slightly different, and that's not okay. Like, it's just goddamn nuts. Give me the freaking boss room, please. Want to have rooms enough to start reloading this if we get there. I don't know. I'm just not gonna talk about it anymore. It's just the whole thing is too dumb and frustrating. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it this run. What does this help? Alright. Really like a flawless here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Gonna flip around and go back again. We should use that for the fight. Or for the mini game. Nope, that's not what I was using. You're a friend and a confidant. Oh, let's do that after we put them in the game. Let's not get rid of stuff until we can get rid of all of it. Okay. I'm gonna fall in the pit. No? Cool. I've never done that before. I feel really stupid for never having done that before. Dude, we're getting such garbage out of these. All things considered. What we could have gotten out of it. Oh god. The third-party controller just dropped in my hands as if it was saying, please, throw me in the trash. Please. Oof. The Gilded Hydra is worth money. It's worth it. I got so many guns I could get rid of. So many. So many. I wonder how those people would treat the situation if someone around them, someone they knew, was actively doing something. This better be the thing that keeps my bullets regular speed. I think it is. No. It's nailed it, like the TV show. So we're gonna have crazy, way too much knockback now. That's not too bad. Low bullet speed is just gonna take a second or two to get used to. The fucking gun, or the damage, great though. We got like 3 damage modifiers now. Rocket. Oh well, you know they're not actually as slow as they would be because we got rocket-powered bullets, which counteract a part of it. They're just. It feels like they're going slower because. I don't know. Because they're going slower than they were when we just had rocket-powered bullets. I actually did that right for once in my goddamn life. And you know what? We can totally use Polaris just as a regular room-clearing gun. Because we just have better stuff for boss killing. We're gonna blank in the 3 places I think it might be, and then we're gonna leave. I didn't check any of the treasure chest rooms. That's not where I needed to be. But I don't care. It could only be in one of them, and hard on a butt. Who gives a fuck? So no Lead God, no Flawless of the Old King. We did get this one, which I should remember one of these days to press. So this gun is not, it's not good in comparison to like Polaris or anything like that. Is that moving? No, okay. But it's a good throwaway gun. And the synergy makes it decent. Not great, decent. I think Scattershot is what I want for this run. I mean, Scattershot is usually something I want, but specifically for this one because of the... Did I keep... I kept partially eating cheese just for the flight, right? Why did I keep it? Trying to figure out my own motivations, but with the extra damage especially, the bullet size on these things is fucking insane. Bouncy bullets. But yeah, bouncy bullets, backup shot, scatter shot. Amazing. And with our boss weapons, there'd be some goddamn damage dished out to these dicks. I feel like I pretty much don't roll when, or I roll very little when I'm overpowered like this. Thanks for the keys, friends. What are those things that are dropping on the ground? They seem like not positioned right or something. Maybe they're nails in the ground, I don't know. I do love how these guys just start off either walking through an explosion or a fire. Did not realize that this was part of the sitch. Real sitch switch when you got that all of a sudden. What is going on with those backup gun ones? Almost went for the lead god button. It's so hard when I just flawless the dragon. So hard to remember that that doesn't mean that I didn't stupidly fuck up on other fights. Because I totally scrotally did. I think I'm gonna go back to the nail gun. That's my off weapon. Use it all up. Because ammo might be weird. Oh yeah, backup gun shoots another one forward. So it's all my damage modifiers plus the damage of 2 from this freaking high damage weapon. Eee. Get out of here. Scattershot will still be school. Cool. The fucking orbitals that I didn't even realize. I mean, I guess I knew I had. I just didn't even give them any credit for all of their service. But like, I think I just blocked like 5 bullets there without putting too much thought into it. Some number of bullets. A friend and a confidant. Thank you for beefing my friends. Dang, dude. Lobby down the road and back again. And when you beef all of my friends, it's no good. I mean, it's good, thank you. Beat them up and down again. If it doesn't have a fuse, we're moving. Or baize gum. Well, hopefully we'll get level 3 before we hit the next floor. This is a good guy for it. second free ammo that we can leave and use at our leisure. That's another blank. I mean, that's another curse. Not gonna steal it. No, I'm gonna do it. Take this. Is that it for the floor? Okay, take this, take this. Yeah, I was thinking maybe there's a synergy. Still on rank 2, which is suck ass shit. Javelin's amazing. Backup gun javelin is also amazing. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Should have gone to the entrance. Patriot, foist, even though, you know, we don't have it. We have so many boss weapons it doesn't matter, but then we'll give it to the nail gun, right? Give it to the nail. Burr, burr. Dun, 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 dun. Let's hear it for the nail. Bum, bum. Wait a second. We didn't even check for a secret. Well, I wouldn't have bought that blink had I known. Cigarettes are good, but I'm not giving up all my armor for them. It's a little too late. Like, there's many, many times throughout a run that I would give it away, give it away, give it away now. But not then. Whoa, those are walls. What? All right, Polaris. I know what I always say. It's not going to be one of those fucking runs where I'm just stuck in the pit. Oops. But you know that's a fucking lie. This chair can't even keep up with me. Leave it. 2 beavers. Oh my god. Intentionally and successfully using the backup gun is great. It's also really good when you get bouncy bullets because you can kind of miss and not notice quite so much that you missed. Who's left? You're slow, dude. You're a little straggler dawdler type. There's that blank back. I don't want any extra enemies on this one. I mean, maybe I did realize, but didn't immediately remember that you could, that goes through. I guess they're just certain ones. I think with these they wouldn't be able to, but god damn. They fucking love eating up your bees. It's always the third one to spawn there. So 225 is where I need to stop. Yeah, too early. Well, I don't need to, but like, if I want to fill it back up. I don't think we need all 450 shots, but we should still go get it at the right time. We should maximize. Dude, that was fast. That room was fast. Knockback's gonna make fast work of this room as well. God damn, dude. Getting there. Huh. You do have to hold it for a second. Even though I have a lot of guns I could pretty comfortably get rid of, I don't fucking see the point. Very, very close. There's the heart. There it is. And let's scoot daddle. Pop one of these right in the middle of the beginning of the fight. Forgot I had Big Boy. Wow. It's not often that you get a run that's good enough for you to forget that you have Big Boy. And like, not at all suffer for the forgetty. Polaris is just is doing the nasty too fasty. I can't use anything else. I have plenty that I could use that would be as good or better, but I can't. Maybe I'll switch to the Patriot if I get the blank right on the you know the move. Look at all those things. Those last for fucking while. What happened there? Defense and extreme offense together are just a little bit too hot to handle, too cold to freeze. What the fuck is going on with that? That's weird. Okay, that's a perfect Patriot point. Where the fuck is it? Yeah. Blank everything. You're out of here, Litchi. The stuff just gets so potent by the end. You just get like so many things working together by the end. It's all about synergies. It's all about, you got all these things wiggling around and then suddenly, oh, they've meshed perfectly like fingers in a wiggle pile. It's good. So good by the end. It's such a shame to see the lack of an L to the G.